Hello everyone! Welcome to Teacher Frel TV! Our subject for today is English 4, Quarter 4, Week 8, Melc-Based. Let's learn about writing an editorial. After going through this lesson, you are expected to write and compose an editorial using your personal opinion. Hello kids! Today, you will learn about writing an editorial. In the previous lesson, you learned to distinguish about the types of journalistic writing, such as news report, opinion article, feature article, and sports news article. In addition, you also learned the difference between facts and opinion statements. Your knowledge about these lessons will help you to understand how to write an article about your opinion on current issue. There are different sections of a newspaper, and one of those is where you can read an editorial. Unlike news report, which are written based on facts, an editorial is usually written based from one's opinion. Today, you will learn to compose an editorial using your personal opinions. What is an editorial? An editorial is an article that presents the newspaper's opinion on an issue. It reflects the majority vote of the editorial board, the governing body of the newspaper made up of editors and business managers. It is usually unsigned. Much in the same manner of a lawyer, editorial writers build on an argument and try to persuade readers to think the same way they do. Editorials are meant to influence public opinion, promote critical thinking, and sometimes cause people to take action on an issue. In essence, an editorial is an opinionated news story. There are components of editorial: introduction, body, and conclusion like other news stories. An objective explanation of the issue, especially complex issues. A timely news angle. Opinions from the opposing viewpoint that directly refute the same issues the writer addresses. Opinions the writer delivered in a professional manner. Good editorials engage issues, not personalities, and alternative solutions to the problem or issue being criticized. Anyone can gripe about a problem, but a good editorial should take a proactive approach to making the situation better by using constructive criticism and giving solutions. A solid, concise conclusion that powerfully summarizes the writer's opinion. Give it some punch. There are 4 types of editorials will. These are explain or interpret, criticize, persuade, and praise. Explain or interpret. Editors often use these editorials to explain the way the newspaper covered a sensitive or controversial subject. School newspapers may explain new school rules or a particular student body effort like a food drive. Criticize. These editorials constructively criticize actions, decisions, or situations while providing solutions to the problem identified. Immediate purpose is to get readers to see the problem, not the solution. Persuade. Editorials or persuasion aim to immediately see the solution, not the problem. From the first paragraph, readers will be encouraged to take a specific, positive action. Political endorsements are good examples of editorials of persuasion. Praise. These editorials commend people and organizations for something done well. They are not as common as the other three. Here are tips on writing an editorial. First, pick a significant topic that has a current news angle and would interest readers. Second, collect information and facts. Include objective reporting, do research. Third, state your opinion briefly in the fashion of a thesis statement. Fourth, explain the issue objectively as a reporter would and tell why this situation is important. Fifth, give opposing viewpoint first with its quotations and facts. Sixth, refute the other side and develop your case using fact details, figures, and quotation. Apart the other side's logics. Seventh, concede the point of the opposition. They must have some good points you can acknowledge that would make you look rational. Eighth, repeat key phrases to reinforce an idea into the reader's minds. Ninth, give realistic solutions to the problem that goes beyond common knowledge. Encourage critical thinking and proactive reaction. 10th, write it up in a concluding punch that restates your opening remark, thesis statement. And now let us read the example of an editorial with the title of A June 12 Thought, Respect Flag Rights. Let us read all together. A flag ceremony, wherever it be a flag raising or a flag retreat, is sacred. Therefore, it should be observed with all the solemnity and sacredness a Filipino citizen can muster. The national anthem, pambansang awit, like the national flag, should be treated with ceremonial respect. On this anniversary of the Declaration of Independence in Kawit in 1898, it is perhaps timely to remind all and to behave during flag ceremonies. Sad to say, many students during the Monday morning flag-raising ceremonies, instead of standing at attention while singing the national anthem and while reciting the patriotic pledge o Panatang Makabayan, move around play and have completely disregarding what is going on. It is for these reasons that we are calling the attention of all teachers, especially the social studies teachers, to give more emphasis on teaching values, love of country, respect for the flag, veneration of heroes, and proper behavior during flag ceremonies. If flag ceremonies cannot be held properly, why then do we hold them at all? And now, let us analyze what you have read. Similar to stories, an editorial has also title to give hint to readers what its content is, and an author, the one who write it. There are instances that an editorial article has no title, and the author is not mentioned. The paragraph inside the rectangle presents the introduction of the editorial, where you can write the explanation of the topic issue. Those paragraphs with underline give you the body of the editorial, where you can present your opposition, pull in other facts, give you stand regarding the issue by supporting it with reasons from strong to strongest order. The paragraph inside an oval gives the conclusion, where you can express solutions to the problem. You can persuade or challenge the reader to be informed on this part. And now let us do learning task 1. Rewrite the editorial statements in paragraph form in their proper order. Do this in your notebook. Let us read the following statement first. Number 1. One can hardly write on them without a thick sheet of paper or a pad. Outside the classrooms, some desks are placed for the students to sit on. Students really take advantage of them. They sit on top of the desk and place their muddy shoes on the seats instead. Number 2, student judges who inspected every room in connection with Operation Cleanliness found out that most of the desks had scratches and or ink spots. Number 3, when the 220 new desks for Pasig Line will be made available for the students' use, will they end up the way most desks go? Number 4, the way of most desks. Now, let us arrange the following in a paragraph form. Among these statements, what should be the title? Correct. The title is number 4, the way of most desks. And what should be the introduction? Correct. It should be number 2. What should be the body of the paragraph? Very good. It should be number 1. And what should be the conclusion of the paragraph? Correct. It is number 3. And now, this is the correct arrangement of the statement that we have read. The way of most desks. Student judges who inspected every room in connection with Operation Cleanliness found out that most of the desks had scratches and or ink spots. One can hardly write on them without a thick sheet of paper for a pad. Outside the classrooms, some desks are placed for the students to sit on. Students really take advantage of them. They sit on top of the desk and place their muddy shoes on the seats instead. When the 220 new desks for Pasig Line will be made available for the students' use, will they end up the way most desks go? And now, let's move to Learning Task 2. Read the following statements carefully. Identify which type of editorial is being described in each number. Choose your answer from the box below and write them in your notebook. Let us read the following first. Number 1, from the first paragraph, readers will be encouraged to take a specific positive action. Number 2, immediate purpose is to get readers to see the problem, not the solution. Number 3, this type of editorial is not commonly used by writers. Number 4, this editorial gives readers knowledge and ideas about a particular topic or issue. And number 5, the main purpose is to commend people or organization for a good action done. And choose the correct answer inside the box. Praise, criticize, persuade, or explain. So for number 1, the correct answer is persuade. For number 2, the correct answer is criticize. Number 3 answer is praise. For number 4, the answer is explain. And for number 5, the answer is praise. And now, let's go to Learning Task 3. Read the editorial article below carefully. Answer the questions that follow. Write your answers on your notebook. Let us read the article all together. Title: Attitude Toward Study. We are in school because we want to learn. Our study is for our own benefit and to accommodate someone else. As such, we have to relate it to our own aims or ambitions in life. We should not think of study merely in terms of quizzes, recitations, homework, term papers, and reports. Putting a valuation upon it in terms of 5, 10, or 20 years from now will give it more meaning to us. The facts, ideas, and principles we acquire now are the stuff with which we will do our thinking in the future. Let's remember too that how we learn is sometimes more important than what we learn. An efficient working method will serve us throughout life, but many of the things we learn will just be forgotten. Being systematic about study will do a lot. Habit then comes to our aid. With just a few weeks to go before classes end, we hope these few reminders will result to a better attitude toward study. And now, let us answer the following question. Number 1. What is the title of the editorial? Very good. The title of the editorial is Attitude Toward Study. Number 2. Is the author or the article mentioned in the article? No, the author is not mentioned. Number 3. Does the conclusion suggest solution to the given issue? Yes, there are suggestions in the conclusion. Number 4. Does the body include accurate information relating to the topic? Yes, the body include accurate information relating to the topic. And number 5, does the first paragraph ensure to include the most important information? Yes, the first paragraph ensure to include the most important information. Remember, an editorial is an article that presents one's opinion on an issue. Editorial writers build on an argument and try to persuade readers to think the same way they do. Editorials are meant to influence public opinion, promote critical thinking, and sometimes cause people to take action on an issue. In essence, an editorial is an opinionated news story. It is important to know that there are parts of an editorial. Introduction gives the lead explanation of the topic and may also include the answers for the WH questions. The body presents your opposition. Pull in other facts. Give your stand regarding the issue by supporting it with reasons from strong to strongest order. Lastly, the conclusion is where you write possible solutions to the problems based on your own opinion. Kids, do you understand our lessons today? Wow! Good job! Kids, I hope you learned a lot from this lesson. See you next school year. Bye-bye! Thanks for watching!